A lens is a transparent device that can form an image of an object. It is made of glass or plastic. It is present in eyeglasses, cameras, projectors, and telescopes. But do you know what lenses are and how they work in those systems? Hi, I'm Huiyan Li. I'm a student at the University of Rochester, Institute of Optics. This channel, Wisdom Optics, is all about introducing optics and physics to you in an easy and interesting way. Now, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. A lens produces a focusing effect because light travels more slowly inside the lens than in the surrounding air. So the refraction occurs when the beam enters the lens and emerges from the lens. Most lenses are composed of two surfaces. Each surface can be convex, bulging outwards from the lens, concave, depressed into the lens, or planar, just flat. Generally, there are two types of lenses: converging lenses and diverging lenses. Converging lenses can focus a parallel beam to a spot, which is the focal point, whereas diverging lenses spread out that parallel beam. After passing the lens, the beam appears to come from a spot in front of the lens, so that spot is the focal point of the diverging lens. So for both types of lenses, the distance from the focal point to the lens is known as the focal length. For converging lenses, the focal length is positive, as the focal point is on the right-hand side of the surface. But for diverging lenses, the focal length is negative, as the focal point is on the left-hand side of the surface. So focal length is one way to differentiate a diverging lens or a converging lens, because converging lens can focus a parallel beam to a spot, so it can form a real image on a screen if the object distance is larger than the focal length. A real image is an image that can be perceived by a screen or an image sensor. This is the principle of cameras or human eyes. We have converging lenses inside us to form real images. As we adjust the focal length of those converging lenses, we can change the image size and distance based on the objects. That's why we can see objects in both near and far distance. So if you want to know more about image formation, please stick around as we'll make a video about it soon. But diverging lenses are totally opposite to converging lenses in a way that they diverge the parallel rays, and the images are not present at the place they appear to be. So these are virtual images. Virtual images cannot be perceived by a sensor or screen, but by another converging lens to form a real image, like human eyes. So this is how a magnifying glass works. It can produce a virtual image by a diverging lens, and then form a real image on our retina using the converging lens inside our eyes. So today we talk about converging and diverging lenses. They have different shapes, positive and negative focal lengths, and can be used in different settings. But most importantly, they can combine and work together to form more and more complicated lens systems that can be used in many aspects of our life. I hope you're able to learn something new in this video. If you're interested in optics, please click the subscribe button and comment below with topics in optics you'd like to see in the future. If you're interested in optics program at UFR, links in the description. I'm Huiyan, and hopefully we shine light on the way you see the world.